Hi, welcome everyone to another one of our heart-powered inspiring interviews. And as you know, every week we bring you a special guest, someone that can inspire us and empower us and give us a new perspective on things and really help us to bring our business and our life to a new level. And today I can tell you I have a really special friend that's very close to my heart. She's such an amazing lady. And I tell you in a second all about her, but let me just share with you that she's a woman that has an incredibly big heart. At the same time, she's so smart, and she's really she's a miracle creator. I've seen her create miracles in my life and other people's lives. She's amazing. So who is she? Well, her name is Shenal Arimilli, and she really helps people to create and live a life beyond what they may imagine by showing you how to step into your power and remove the blocks that might have held you back, and to learn really to co-create your own miracles. Chanel really leads individuals and groups from where they are to beyond where they may have even thought possible. And her signature approach really masterfully combines science and spirituality. I mean, I don't know how many postgraduate, studies she's done, but she's really a smart lady in her field. And, she really graduated from the University of California at Berkeley with a bachelor's degree in physiology. And she received a master's degree in physical therapy. And there's so many other things that she has mastered. And she has also been, of course, everyone wants to learn from her, wants to hear her wisdom. She's been really featured on radio shows, international podcasts, and as a guest columnist for Business World magazine. And she was awarded the exceptional woman of excellence. I need to say that again because it's just such an amazing award. She's been awarded the Exceptional Woman of Excellence at the 2018 International Women's Economic Forum. And, there's so much more to say about her, but, Chanel, welcome. Just a simple
Oh,
welcome. It's so great to have you today.
Monique, you are absolutely amazing. It has been a pleasure to have crossed paths with you and then to have actually walked this path with you. So thank you for inviting me and thank you for the generous introduction.
Great. And what's really amazing is we and our relationship is spanning the world, right? I mean, I bring in Europe, you bring in US, and we actually met in India and Asia. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Right?
Destiny. Absolutely.
And so I know that, of course, every time has its ups and downs, and, the current time especially. And, just why don't you share with us, what do you do right now to keep you vibrant and joyful and striving and in the vortex? What nourishes you? What brings you back into the vortex?
Oh gosh, Monique, you are correct. We need this more now than ever before. I would say that the first thing that I do for myself and that I encourage people that I work with to do is to get out in nature and move. If it's breathing when you're outside, that's still movement. It's still movement of our body. Get out and breathe deeply, get out and walk. And I realize that when I'm out in nature, I'm actually remembering that I'm one with that. And so it's a constant reminder that I'm not alone in this and that I'm part of a grand intelligence. And that's why I love being out in nature.
I so resonate with that. I mean, I'm constantly out there, regularly being in nature, running, hugging my trees, right? I mean,
Yeah,
being connected to
exactly.
nature, being one is just so powerful.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know that you're really using your energy and your knowledge and wisdom to help amazing people go beyond what they think is possible in their life, in their work, in their business. What do you do right now? Right now, what are some of the things you do right now to really again bring your own business to the next level that everyone that is here with us today can apply right away to give their own business wings as well?
Oh, I love this. This always makes me so excited. You ask a great question. So, you know that I have a very firm belief, scientifically proven and spiritually deeply rooted, that our business, our career, our professional life is an absolute reflection of ourselves. So what I had to do, and what I am continuing to do in great levels right now, is to face the depth of hiding that was programmed into me. We hide our emotions, we hide our feelings, sometimes we hide our thoughts. Then what we do is we learn to hide our gifts. And in doing so, we actually negatively influence our business. And so to enhance the visibility of our business, to align with abundance, whether you're a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a business leader, it doesn't matter what capacity you're working in your professional life. If we can step out of hiding by addressing our childhood patterns, when were we told to be quiet? How were we told to not express ourselves? What were we told about, that's not going to make any money because it was something creative that we loved rather than the logical. So coming out of hiding and stepping into visibility is something that has accelerated my business in ways that I could never have imagined. So I would invite everybody to start looking back at their childhood and looking at those patterns of hiding and dismantling them, because they don't need to exist anymore.
So important. This is what you're doing is so close to my heart, because as I work with speakers and entrepreneurs, and we get them out of hiding, right? And we get them really to step up, to become more visible, to share their gifts with the world in a great way. And I think you have developed a couple of amazing concepts around that. Like, would you like to say something about this?
So, well, I'd like to actually contribute a little bit of gratitude here to a program of yours, Visibility Booster, because I acknowledged for myself that I could think a lot about becoming visible, but that wasn't going to be enough. I had to take action. And I put a challenge out there. Well, let me restate this. I believe that a very dear friend of mine and a mentor named Monique put a challenge out there for me. And she said, Shenal, you have gifts inside of you that need to be seen by more people. And you challenged me to daily videos. And I did it. And for anyone who's listening, even if you don't post them right away, that was life-changing, because the number of people that have come back to me seeking help, ready to step up and change their lives and change their businesses, has exponentially risen as a result of that visibility challenge, if you will. So yeah, I thank you for that.
Beautiful. I love it. And you know what? I mean, as we all know, and as we can experience right here, right now, I mean, you have so much charisma, and, I could keep watching you forever, Shenal. It's amazing. And going more on video and sharing your wisdom with the world is important. And all of you that are here with us right now, a little bit of a promo break, right? But we'll be running a visibility booster workshop, a 5-day free workshop that we invite you to join us at in a couple of weeks. So keep an eye out in our HeartPowered Global Nation. And if you're not part of our community yet, just join our HeartPowered Global Nation, because it's a space where we have entrepreneurs, speakers, business leaders, change makers come together and support each other and create magic and miracles together, right? So hope to have you on this free 5-day visibility booster accelerator and workshop, and join our community as well. And Shenal, I think there's other things you do as well to bring your business to a different level right now, right?
I do. I actually myself practice this. So I do practice what I preach and teach others. And I'm going to give an acronym to everybody. And I hope that this little acronym will be remembered when people are facing a challenge or looking to create an opportunity of growth personally and professionally. And I'm going to invite everybody to remember that this process was called having a cup of tea. And yep, so when we're in need of change, we reach for that cup of tea. And that T, T-E-A, stands for our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. So it's interesting because these are the three things that give us back our power. There's a lot of things we don't have control over in the world outside of us. But inside of us, we are powerful beyond belief when we can remember these three things that we have the power over. And that's our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. And I have to put this little piece in, Monique, because for those intellectuals, I want them to understand that this is a science. Quantum physics is demonstrating the power to change. Neuroscience is reinforcing time and time again the power to change lies within us. And our deep roots of spirituality have always spoken to our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions being the three things we need to be able to co-create miracles. So for our intellectuals, it's a science. And for our spiritual seekers, it's deeply rooted in consciousness and it's deeply rooted in our soul's purpose. So as simple as it sounds, they're really powerful. So I use it all the time and I have my cup of tea all the time. So I invite everyone else to try it too.
Great. Can you give us a concrete example of, when we're in a certain life situation, how can we use that cup of tea to really make decisions, bring our life and our business back into, being balanced and centered and really bring everything to a different level again? How, maybe some concrete example of what situation would you use the cup of tea in so everyone here can learn how to apply it themselves?
Absolutely. Okay, how about I give you a really inspiring little story that will give a concrete example. So I was working with a woman who came to me for love issues. What she finished her year with was a quadrupled salary from $250,000 to just shy of $1 million. But she came for love. So here's what we're going to talk about. Whatever your challenge is and whatever you want to see improve. So you have to identify. So the invitation would be identify your challenge. Identify where you're stuck, because then you'll know how to get to where you want to go. So then you have to then identify what would I like or better. And you write that down. So my invitation is to first identify the challenge and then identify what you would like or better and put it down on paper. Get it out of your head and put it down. Then you begin to look at the cup of tea and you look at what are my thoughts around that? I want to create a quadrupled income. But my thought is that, money creates conflict. My thought is money is hard to come by. My thought is I will lose family time. Well, these are three negative thoughts and we're looking for a positive outcome. It's mathematically impossible. Same thing with our emotions. We start writing down our emotions. What are my emotions around this miracle I want to create? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it worry? Is it impossibility? These, again, as negative, if we want to label them as such, negative numbers. Again, we want a positive outcome, but our input is negative. So what we have to do then is also look at our actions. If my actions are that I'm not taking action, I'm not updating my resume, I'm not applying for that job, I'm not reaching to my network, if I'm taking inaction or distraction, doing things that aren't even related to my miracle, then I'm again putting in a negative input and expecting a positive output. So the acronym T is really T plus E plus A equals M, which is the team. And you know what? The M is the miracle. So we want a positive outcome. Let's shift those to positive thoughts. Let's shift those to positive emotions, and let's shift those to positive actions to create the positive outcome. So my invitation is get it on paper and out of your head, because you can do this. Truly, every one of us is capable of co-creating that miracle. It's a science and it's spiritually the truth.
Right, I love it. And
Yeah.
Shenal, you and I, we believe in action, right? So we believe
Yes.
in powerful thoughts and, uplifting emotions, and we believe in action as well, and inspired action. And so, I mean, what can people do today? I'd suggest that, all of you know the game, right? Every time we have one of our heart-powered inspiring interviews, shortly after, we give you a little task as well, that you can start turning what you take away here and the inspiration you take away from our interviews to turn it into action right away so that you can uplift your business, your speaking, your life in a great way as well, right away. And so Shenal, what is one thing that you say people can start doing in a concrete way? What is some action for them to get started to apply this really powerful miracle creating tea formula, tea
Okay.
approach?
And Monique, if it's okay, I'm going to start with what I think is most important, and I'm going to add a second concrete, which is something we just talked about. But the first invitation is to slow down, take a deep breath, or two, or three. We are so wired to survive with our primitive brain. And in order to create miracles, we have to step out of survival. And when we are in that fear and worry and doubt, our primitive brain perceives the threat. And so we need to remind that primitive brain that we're safe. And the simplest, cheapest, fastest way to reprogram the nervous system to come out of survival so that it can remember that we're safe, so that we can then create miracles, create abundance, create love, everything, is breath. It's what keeps us alive here. Every breath we take is very powerful. So how we breathe is so important. We don't have to get fancy with it. I'm just going to ask people to look at to pay attention to breath. Two things: deep and slow. If we're running from a tiger, our breath will not be deep, nor will it be slow. So to reprogram our brain into knowing that we're safe and that we have the energy to create miracles is to use the power of our breath. Breathe before you start the cup of tea exercise. Get centered, get quiet. Remind the brain that we're safe. Then we have the resources to co-create miracles.
I love it. I love it. So breathing is amazing, and I love your tea approach. And we invite every one of you today. I'm sure you took some notes. Start applying the tea approach. Start asking these powerful questions, right? So thank you, Shenal. I know that there's probably a lot of questions that are coming up here with everyone that is with us today. I'm sure some people want to connect with you and get to know you and the amazing work you do. And all of you, if you are actually wanting to bring more miracles into your life and you want to learn more about the tea approach and other things you can do to make that happen, Shenal, how can they connect with you? Where can they find you?
Well, first of all, I'd love for them to connect with me because I just love connecting with people. Reach out to me by email or by website. Monique, I guess you'll have it down in the comments below.
Yes.
But yes, Shenal at shenalarimilli.com. Email me and I'd love to connect. Absolutely love to inspire people.
Great. Okay, thank you so much. So I'd say that we're definitely going to remember today. Shenal does it. I do it. Every one of you that is with us today, if you're, again, and thank you, by the way, for being loyal with us, being on our interviews every week and, allowing us to inspire you and empower you every week. Can I just take a deep breath? Okay, take a slow breath. And then just have a cup of tea. And why not even having it with a real tea, right? I mean, just take a moment to ask the powerful questions that when we're always running, we never dare to ask. So thank you so much, Shenal, for being with us today. Thank you for inspiring and empowering us. Every time we meet, you share something with me that is a precious gift. That is a golden nugget for my life and my business. I'm definitely going to start having more tea going forward in different dimensions. Okay.
Thank you. And I have to just take a moment, Monique. You are a gift. You are a true gift. And the community that you create and the network that you connect people to and the wisdom that you share is a gift to the world. And I thank you for sharing that gift. And I really look forward to you sharing more and more and more gifts with the rest of the world. So together, we create a happier, healthier world. Yes?
We will. And we'll create more miracles together, Shenal, with you and everyone that's part of our Heart Power Global Nation, and with you as you're here with us. Okay. So thank you, Shenal, for being with us today. Thank you all for being here with us today. And soon enough, keep an eye out. We're going to bring to you another Heart Powered inspiring interview very soon. But for now, just take the action as Shenal suggested. Breathe and start using the T approach, and definitely don't miss getting in touch with her and learning more about how you bring more miracles into your life. Have a fabulous day.